or at least have a backup plan.
Okay, let's move on to the next person. All right, Kevin, here's your Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah.
Now, mistake me if I'm wrong, but is this photoshopped?
I did a huge group shoot in New York,
We're back one.
and the photographer, he actually took pictures of everybody individually and put us all together in like this giant poster. So I was in the middle, and everybody was kind of like around me. He did like different versions of it too. But yeah, he put in extra effects and everything. It was really cool.
Yeah, I would say, is this the first Eye of Agamotto, or is that the second one that you were
That is
on?
the second. That's actually the one that I designed and 3D printed.
Okay.
I had one before that, which actually, like I said, I started working on the costume before the movie even came out. So I went by like how the comic book kind of one was, and I actually designed one of those in 3D printed, but it didn't look like the movie one. So I redid it to make it more look like the movie one. I put an LED and everything in it, and made it shine and light up.
I will say what's nice about doing the movie version of the costume is it's, of the Marvel movies, I think it's one of the closer ones to the comics.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange has got so many like fun little accessories and doodads. You can kind of start making it your own as you go.
Well, and the cloak, the first cloak that I had, it didn't have the lining. But then when the movie got released, I found actually the lining online, just an image. So then I had it actually printed on fabric, and I sewed it into the cloak to make it look more like the movie version.
Okay. And so was there anything else like with this costume specifically? Because I know you've done this one a bunch. I remember there was you did a pinball shoot for the obvious pinball wizard joke. Yeah.
Yeah, with one of my friends. One of my friends, Joe, he's a photographer. He took me over to a bowling alley in Hamilton. And they had a pinball machine, so I was a pinball wizard, and I took a bunch of pictures. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
It's still one of my favorite suits. I still wear it all the time. It takes a lot, and it's really warm.
So yeah, not to denigrate any of your other suits, but I think this one might be your favorite one that you do. Also, because like your face kind of reminds me a little, not so much of Benedict Cumberbatch, but just the comic book version of Doctor Strange. Like you could tell me it was that, and I wouldn't think twice about it. But I do know it was inspired by the Benedict Cumberbatch version.
Yeah, it was, and I get to use a beard. A lot of my costumes have beards, so
my one friend Joe, he usually does cosplay for things, but because he's got a big full beard, he always does a character related to that.
Yeah. It's easy. I could grow a beard in like a week till I'm Italian, so it just pops right out. I could do Batman one weekend and do Doctor Strange the next weekend.
All right, so Emily, this is your Witch Mercy costume. So it's another Overwatch character here, but this is the Halloween version of her. Can you tell us a little bit about what went into to make this?
This was actually mostly found online. I just had to modify the book, and we're still working on the wings. That's the most annoying part of the cosplay. We actually had to, after wearing it the first time, which is that picture, we had to fix the hat and attempt to fix the wings because they want to like flop about.
Yeah, so I remember you walking from your car to this event. This was a Halloween Horror Fest last year.
Yeah.
But I remember like the wind was like catching them, and they were kind of acting like real wings and wanted to take off.
I also remember a very frantic Emily at this event with those wings.
Well, I will say it came out great.
Thank you.
This is one of my favorite pictures I've taken of any cosplayer we've had at any of our events. That's the pose. It really sells it.
I try to like be spot on with like posing and becoming the character rather than just, putting a costume on and being like, hey.
Yeah, I know that's a thing a lot of people don't realize with like that will take like even an okay costume to like it'll take you up a notch.
Oh yeah.
Like you can go from good to great and great to amazing just from how you can pose and how you can just kind of hold yourself and present yourself as the character. There's a little bit of acting involved that I don't think people always necessarily, like people that are getting into it necessarily realize.
Yeah.
And I know from a couple of cosplayers, especially ones that wear like full masks, is like it's really easy to kind of like lose yourself in it.
Yeah.
I know when I'm Batman, like his people want to come up, like little kids want to come talk to you and stuff, and like I kind of play up the like corny superhero-ness just because that's that version of Batman I've got.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I remember the one time when you asked me to be there for I think it was like Batman's anniversary or something.
Yeah, it was one of the Batman Day events. You came as the Joker.
Yeah. Well, I came as Harley the other time, and there was a little girl who came up to me and was like, "Are you real?" And I was like, "I think I am. I don't know."
Yeah, that was our birthday party from last year.
Oh yeah.
So we've teamed up. You've cosplayed at the store for like basically every event that we do.
It all just blends together now.
Dude, you don't have to tell me about it. But Witch Mercy, I think, came out very good. And
Thank you.
Says you got a lot of the pieces. Like a lot of people don't realize that there's a lot of people that will make stuff for cosplay specifically on like Etsy or Redbubble.
Yeah. There's so many like resources and everything everywhere.
Yeah, it's nice that you don't have to make everything from scratch.
Oh yeah.
It makes people that are maybe be a little bit more casual about it help. Yeah, it's just basically like no entry skill you need to start cosplay.
Yeah.
Okay, now Alex.
I love that.
Oh my god.
So that was last year.
Yeah, so this is based on one of the human characters in Untitled Goose Game. What possessed you to do this character specifically from that game?
Well, like I wanted. I think that was Friday. Like one of those. You know how like conventions go. Like you go in a cosplay on Friday, then you go to the big cosplay Saturday, and then
comfy cosplay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that one was like the easiest thing I could put up together. And like my one friend, she was like, "Okay, who wants to cosplay from the Goose Game?" And I'm like, "I'll do it." And I'm like, and she was gonna dress up like a giant goose, but she ended up going a different route. But I ended up having a goose with me.
So was it in the box?
What makes you think that? Honking coming from it. But yeah, like that was pretty fun because like every once in a while, like somebody would come by and was like, "Oh my god, I love your cosplay." It's like, "Is that a goose in there?" I'm like, "No."
And I remember, if I remember correctly, this was like the week after that game had come out. This was a really quick turnaround for you.
Oh yeah, like I pretty much didn't really make anything from that. I mean, like that hat, I'm wearing that right now. I just put paint on it now, so it's like a reusable thing. But I got the coat from Home Depot. I was like, oh, this is easy as all hell. And then like I work at a mailroom, so we have loads of boxes. So I was able to paint everything up, and I have short hair, so just all went together pretty fast. And apparently, those pants I was able to buy those pants at CVS because CVS now sells clothes. I didn't know that. And I'm like, oh, I need olive pants. This works out.
Well, I didn't know CVS sold pants now. That's super random.
It's really random. It's so weird, but it worked out. I mean, they were stretchy, so I'm like, one size fits all there, man.
Yeah. God bless drugstores, man.
I'm like, this is the easiest cosplay I ever put together.
All right, now Morgan, this is one of your many links. Yeah, so clearly you went for Ocarina of Time here, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Is that your favorite Zelda game, or?
See, I wouldn't even say it is. I think my favorite Legend of Zelda game is probably Wind Waker, just because that was the first. I was around that age where that was the first one I actually like finished. I'd spent hours playing it, so it's got a special place in my heart. But for this costume, I wanted to do, like a really classic design. And I was like, okay, well, classic Link to me is like Ocarina of Time look. I mean, you could argue like, oh, what about the NES, Legend of Zelda? It's like, it's Pixel Link. I don't know if I want to pull that off right now.
And in the art for that game, he's not wearing pants.